guys, so some of you might remember I had a back to MAC project pan on the go where I was using 6 MAC items to try and finish them up and back to MAC for a new lipstick. Very simplistic concept. But I had a couple of setbacks whilst doing that with things like just generally going bad, having to swap products out, and yeah. That project kind of stagnated into nothingness. So I decided to reboot it. It's something I've been doing a lot lately. I've come to this like milestone, or we'll go with milestone. I've come to this milestone in my project panning journey where I've been sort of rebooting project pans. Where they are, I'm just not happy with, I'm not making progress with, so I've just decided, instead of scrapping it and doing something new, just reboot it, rejig. So this is a project20 pan back to MAC. Yes, I know, that sounds hella crazy, especially since I started with 6 products and I still couldn't finish them all. This is a project that I'm just going to let ride until it's done. I will just do a single monthly update that'll be like 10 minutes or so, just really quick ones, talking about the products, if I've been enjoying them, what I've been doing with them, and we'll just go from there. So basically this came about while I was doing my new declutterness. This is probably the tidiest this desk has been since I put it together when we moved in last year. Honestly, I still have like 1 or 2 bits left to film of the declutter, and then I'll get that edited and uploaded, and it should be up really soon, and then I'll be able to do a little tour, and it'll be like my first storage and collection tour since I think possibly 2013 or 2014. It's been a long time, guys. It's been a long time, but you've seen it all in declutters, so it's, you know, you're not really missing out. But anyways, whilst doing the declutters and going through everything and seeing like my MAC stuff that I've had for so long, and I don't want it to go bad. I want to use it and love it before it goes bad. And then I was also catching up on some other people's project pans, and this lipstick in specific, it was Cherish. I can't remember if she had it in a project pan or if she just used it up, but she was my inspiration for buying the dang lipstick in the first place. I freaking adored it on her, and I bought it, and she's finished hers up, and I've barely even started using mine. Come on, things need to change, right? I freaking love it, and it goes so nicely with the yellow. I love it. Just a nice little clash. It kind of brings a little like a green tinge out of the yellow. I really enjoy it. But that's neither here nor there. This is not a fashion video, so I'm going to dive right into the 20 products that I've picked from MAC that I'm going to project pan. Some of these, well, quite a few, about four of these products are things that cannot be back to MAC'd. I just kind of picked them so that because they're products that can still go bad. But apart from that, there's still 16 products that I can back to MAC and add to my back to MAC stash, because I still have a little baggie of things left over from my declutter back in December that I need to take and trade in. So yeah, let's just get in and show you the products, right? That's what you're here for. That's what you're here for. So starting with this palette, I've just put them in here because I don't actually have anything small enough just for these 2 products. These are 2 cream color bases. This is in the shade Luna and this is in the shade Hush. And if I don't know if you can tell, but they've not been touched. I bought them in 2016, I want to say. And I haven't used them. Yeah, I bought them at the end of 2016 because they were made at the start of 2016. And I haven't used them. They've just been sitting in their package untouched. And I know I can go through a cream color base very quickly. I've done it before with Pearl. Just using it every day for like a month or 2, they'd be gone. So we're gonna work on Hush and Luna. While we're on illuminating products, I do have a strobe cream. This is the Peach Light Strobe Cream. Again, I got this at the end of 2016, and it's just the standard strobe cream formula, but it's actually got a sort of peach reflex in it. They had a peach light one, a red light, a pink light, and I think there was a gold light one possibly. but it's just your, whatchamacallit, your strobe cream with a specific shift to it, because the original strobe cream just had like a multi-spectrum iridescence to it, whereas this launch of strobe cream had very targeted iridescence to them, and yeah, I want to get this used up. While we're on face products, I did pick out 2 foundations to use up. I am aware that I do have a lot of foundation in project pans at the moment, but as I say, this project pan is just going to go until these products are done. So I'm not in any hurry to use these up. I just picked them because I enjoy this one and I've not actually used this one. So we'll see how it goes. This is the Pro Longwear Nourishing Water Weight Foundation, and this is a gorgeous longwear, full coverage, lightweight foundation. I freaking adore this stuff. It's very comparable to the Tom Ford waterproof foundation. Just get this one. It's like potentially a third of the price, depending on how much Tom Ford costs now. But I really, really enjoy this stuff. It's amazing. This is the Studio Skin Fluid Cult Classic. Back in the OG YouTube days, this was the only foundation that anybody used. I've heard it compared to Colorstay. I've heard it compared to Makeup Forever. Was it Makeup Forever? I think it was a Makeup Forever it was compared to. I'm not entirely sure. Double Wear. It's been compared to Double Wear. It's been compared to every single other full coverage foundation on the market. I've not actually tried it. I've owned it for like 2 years now. I think, yeah, I got this in like 2016. I have in the shade NC15, and I have a feeling that it's going to be way too freaking dark. But that's the beauty of strobe cream. I think I've maybe used this once in like, oh my god, that is really thick, and that is thick. I think I may have used this once in a oh my god, it stinks. This smells like it doesn't smell, but it smells like how Colorstay used to smell, like paint. Oh my lord, that is pungent. What was I even saying? I think I used it once in a Get Ready With Me first impressions video, before we had this whole debacle of no one liking and no one ever wanting to see a first impressions video ever again. So that video never saw the light of day. But I think that's probably the one and only time that I wore it, and I can't remember. Oh, that's got a texture to it. It's got a tackiness and a cling. We'll see how it goes. But I know I love this one. I know I will use it and abuse it and finish it anyways. So that's why it's in this project. The Studio Skin, whatever it is, the Studio Fix Fluid. Oh my lord. Bitch, get your words together. I will use it and see what I think about it, and hopefully I might force myself to use it up. We'll see how it goes. Now I need to go and get a wipe because it's everywhere. Okay, so my hand's clean. Carrying on with face products, I did pull out the MAC bronzer in Matte Bronze. As you can see, I've already hit pan on it. I do really like this bronzer, and I got so distracted with other bronzers that I ended up with however many bronzers it was and got rid of pretty much all of them. So I feel like I should have just stuck with this one and used that up years ago. That's how I feel. I think I got this in like 2014, possibly, maybe even a little bit earlier. But I love this bronzer. It's a gorgeous color. It's a nice matte finish. It goes on really nice, blends, lasts a long time in the skin. It's already hit pan, so it shouldn't be too difficult to use that guy up. And then I have 3 blush products that have been featured in project pans before, and every time I do a declutter, every time I put them in a project pan, I keep ending the project pan and being like, I'm going to declutter these, and then I go to declutter and I can't part with them, so I'm gonna freaking use them up. This is Warm Soul. I've had this blush for such a long time. The date on this is 2010? 2001? No, 2010, 2011. It's a gorgeous blush. I really enjoy it. I've pretty much flattened the dome on it I know with most mineralized products, once you flatten the dome, you're basically halfway through. So we're halfway through. Let's see where we can go. Then we have Garb, which is a limited edition product from 2010, like early 2010. I have a great big dip in this product. I honestly think it's not that far away from hitting pan. The more I use it, the more I love it. I love it as a base. I do get, in the last round of project panning with this product, I did get really annoyed with it. And I was like, you know, I'm going to declutter it. And here we are. It's still here. I still love it. And I kept thinking that I had something like it. And I kind of don't. I thought Gina from NARS was going to be similar. It's not. I thought I had a sleek blush that was like it. I don't. I don't have anything like it. It's just, it's a beautiful, soft, sheer peach. And it's clean peach. And I love it. Oh, it's beautiful. I'll be sad to see it go, but we're going to use it up. And lastly, in the blush category, we have this shade called Equilibrium, which again was limited edition. As you can see, this one's not quite as well used. You can still see some of the original pressing marks going on in there. But this is a gorgeous peachy bronze shade. I know I didn't swatch the other ones, but I just want to swatch this one. I remember I picked this one up as an alternate to Worldly Wealth. There's a swatch of it there. It's a beautiful sheer peachy bronze with a slight sheen to it. But yeah, I picked this up as an alternate to Worldly Wealth. I'd picked up I'd ordered some stuff from MAC's website, which was subsequently went missing whilst in the possession of the local delivery company. Yeah, it totally went missing. I was then refunded, replaced my order. They didn't have Worldly Wealth, but they still had this, which was kind of similar. It was a bit lighter, but that's the backstory about that. You didn't need to hear it, but you know. I'll just take up your time, it's okay. I've also picked out a couple of paint pots because whilst I was doing my decluttering, I saw my paint pots and I was just like, oh guys, I need to use you. So I need to use them, especially these guys. These are from the original launch of the Champagne collection, I believe it was called, in January of 2011, I think it was. And this is Vintage Selection and Let Me Pop, and they were then added into the main line as permanent ones when they rebranded the paint pots as the Pro Longwear paint pots, and they came out with all those gorgeous matte shades in gorgeous earthy nudie hues. So I picked out these two because they're my oldest paint pots. We have Vintage Selection, which has a great big dip in it. I've actually been using this quite a bit lately. My main focus at the moment is to work around the edges. If I can... Okay, I'm trying to film without looking at myself, but now I need to flip the viewfinder so I can actually see what I'm showing you. But yeah, so we have the dip, but I'm trying to clear out the edges here because I have a feeling that if I clear out the edges, I will actually discover that I'm already halfway through this product. And that would be an awesome boost. And then we have Let Me Pop, which again, I am working on the edges. As you can see, there is a bit of a dip in the middle going, not quite as big a dip as in Vintage Selection, but this is a gorgeous, gorgeous coppery eyeshadow. It is beautiful. Can you see that reflect though? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And this goes gorgeous with champagne-y shades underneath, with matte shades, bronze shades, copper shades, pink shades, every shade. As long as it's a semi-neutral warm tone shade, it goes good. So yeah, I know it will take a very long time to go through both of these, which is why this is an open-ended project pan. I had also picked out two lip liners, one of which was in the shade Spice. I can't find it at the moment. I think it's rolled off somewhere. It'll reappear after I finish filming. But I do have the shade Heroin here, which is what I have underneath my lipstick today, Flow Fabulous. And there is a little swatch of it. There it is, a beautiful, beautiful lip liner, and it goes under so many things. It goes under purples, pinks, mostly purples and pinks, but there are so many purples and pinks, so many. So it's a lip liner that if I used it, I would get so much use out of, because I do love purples and pinks. So yeah. And I'm pretty sure everyone's seen the liner in the shade Spice. It's a really nice nudish color, a nice warm browny nude. So you know, if you're desperate to know what color it is, you can Google it. It's a fairly standard lip liner color. But lastly, I have some lipsticks. I have 7 lipsticks that I want to use up. These are my oldest MAC lipsticks, and I do have these marked on paper. So I do have these all marked out on paper. These are all dated from the 11th of July, which is when I actually started this project. This is just the first chance I've had to actually film this project. So I will quickly run through all the colours, and when I do my first update, I will compare them to my starting marks. So we have a Dubonnet, which is a gorgeous dark red shade. Fabulous and beautiful. We have a Fresh Moroccan, which I've gone on about for so long, you guys. It's a gorgeous sheer red with shot through with gold shimmer. It would be beautiful in the summer, beautiful for the winter. It looks really scary in the tube. If I can get it to, yeah, you can probably pick up all the shimmer in there. It looks really scary and frosty in the tube. It is a frost finish, but on the lips it is beautiful. We have Taupe, which is possibly my oldest MAC lipstick, and this is a matte mid-tone brown shade. We have Russian Red, which I have a feeling might be the hardest lipstick to use up out of these. I know, what am I thinking? 3 reds, right? We'll see what we can handle. Then we have So Chaude, which is a gorgeous corally orangey red. I think of it as more of a coral, but it is more of an orangey red. We do have Vegas Vault, which is more of a true coral, and it is so beautiful. It actually kind of reminds me a bit of a more wearable version of the Nicki Minaj Viva Glam lipstick, and the coral one from the So Vivid range from Maybelline that came out like, I want to say 2013, possibly, maybe even 2012. It's been a long time. But lastly, we have Flat Out Fabulous, which is on my lips, and I'll do another quick swatch of it as well. And it is a gorgeous matte pinky purple. I sort of swatched it on a bone there, very difficult. But it is stunning and gorgeous and beautiful, and it's what's on my lips. It is a bit of a dry colour, a bit of a dry formula, but I love the colour enough to be able to put up with it. So there we have all the products for my Back to MAC Project 20 pan. Yes, this does seem a bit crazy. I am aware, especially with all the products I've got going on at the moment, but I'm not stressing out too much about this one in particular. As I say, it's open-ended. I will fit these products in here and there. They're just so that I have them out, and I'm aware of their existence, and I'm consciously trying to use them, but not in a competitive way, if that makes sense. Like, I'm sure other project planners will understand what I mean when I say, like, when you have multiple project plans on the go and you get competitive about your products, about how quickly you can use them up, you compete with yourself about them. It can get a bit excessive sometimes, and ultimately ends up with you using up very little of your product. Oh my god, products and projects in the same sentences over and over again. You just get so tongue-tied. But when you get competitive about using up your products, you end up not actually using that much of your other products up. So I have a little area that I like to keep my project planning stuff separate, and I will go into that in my storage and collection video, and I'll show you how I have everything all set up, because it's kind of in this corner that you can't really see. So thank you guys so much for watching. As I say, there will be an update on this project about once a month, a bit of a 10-minute thing, just to run through everything, how I'm making progress, how I'm feeling about things, and all that. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye. And now I'm out of focus. Bitch. You're having a joke.